What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. This is actually part 3 of the series that I promised you, and yeah, it's up right now. Part 1 and 2 are, and this is part 3, so now all 3 of them are up. And we're going to get right into it because we don't have time for me to be talking. But before we do, please make sure you smash that like button so that the YouTube algorithm shares this video with as many apes as possible. Also, if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because, yeah, I drop content just like this every single day. Now, without any further ado, let's get into the video.
He's paid $1 billion to the government for things he said he never did. He owns the New York Mets. I can't stand him. I can't stand how he operates. But he is what he is, and maybe one day karma catches his number. But he is not. I am not a fan. Not a fan. Never been a fan. So, as a postscript, Bern and I ended up becoming pals. And I ended up buying Overstock, and I still own a lot of Overstock, and the stock's done really well. And to know Patrick, the most interesting person I've ever known, and I know some interesting people. He's a fascinating person. He is beyond brilliant. He suffers hugely from he's way out on the spectrum. He's socially beyond awkward, things like that. In the Sith Lord, for the drum roll, right? You can remember this one. The Sith Lord in Bern's eyes was Milken.
Oh, okay.
The Sith Lord in Bern's eyes was Michael Milken. That's who he thought the Sith Lord actually was. He thought it was Milken. He thought Stevie Cohn was a close number 2 and was part of it with the hedge fund world. But I told him I can't stand Stevie Cohn and those people who he put up on his chart. Most of them I can't stand. I can't stand 90% of the people in the hedge fund business. I think they're all beyond shady. But Bern thought the Sith Lord was none other than Milken. But, you know, the thing is, so if you're my enemy, you can become my pal. So he became my pal. We're not so great right now. But if you're my pal and you double cross me, you're done for life. You're done. You're absolutely.
What about Stevie Cohn and Point 72 and the issue we're talking about with what the Citadel was doing and
well, I think he was involved in GME as well, and Melvin, you know, the fund is run by a guy named Plotkin, and I have no problem with Plotkin. I've talked to him on the phone a couple times. He's a nice guy. He has far more money than brains. His arrogance absolutely destroyed him in these names, but I think he's learned his lesson, and I think he's tarnished, and I think he's finished. I think a lot of people, namely Citadel and SAC or Point 72 or whatever he calls himself, New York Mets Asset Management, I think those guys all had a hand in that trade. The fact that Citadel is now trying to take its money from Melvin, you know, redeem some of it at the end of September, really tells you all you need to know. They had to give him that money at the time, otherwise Melvin would have gone out of business. And if Melvin would have gone out of business, the knock-on effect to it, in my mind, would have been horrific. It would have been good to see, because it would have been good to see these clowns finally go out of business, because they shouldn't be in business, but they wanted to prevent a crisis, so that's what they did.
So what dangers exist? So we can wrap up now, but coming to the end, what dangers exist as long as the stock trading program is not fixed? What should the SEC and the Congress do? What should the Justice Department do?
Well, the government should have made me the head of the SEC. That's what they should have done. That was my dream job, but that didn't happen. What the SEC needs to do in the short term is pick low-hanging fruit, and they need to make an example of some of these guys and make an example of them very quickly to show that they're serious about security fraud and some of the trading in these markets. What the government should do immediately is break Citadel up. Citadel is way too big. They're way too leveraged, and I've talked to Elizabeth Warren's people about this and others, and I'm not going to stop. Citadel has a market-making business which should be broken up. They have a specialist business which should be broken up. They have a trading business which should be broken up. They have a hedge fund business. They have all these different businesses, and they should all be separated. Nothing, it should be separated and blown apart, just like they did with AT&T. Because I don't believe in the Chinese wall. They're too big to fail. They're highly leveraged. And these big companies, especially in the financial world, need to be made bite-sized into smaller outfits. And my solution for all this, and it has absolutely no traction, is something called an excessive leverage tax. Anyone who uses excessive leverage, whether you're a company, whether you're a brokerage firm, whether you're a bank, whether you're a Citadel, whether you're a hedge fund, should be taxed excessively. They should be taxed like in basketball with the luxury tax. You should be taxed into oblivion. One, it would help the deficit. Two, it would raise money for the Treasury. Three, it would encourage non-leverage, which would be good. Where it used to be, Lucy, I don't use leverage, right? I have enough problems losing money just in picking names. I don't need to be on leverage to lose extra money. So I think leverage is a huge problem in this system. It's a huge problem because rates are too low, but it's the use of leverage by dangerous players, which is the ultimate problem, which I think is the next financial catastrophe. But hey, who knows? It could be 20 years from now if they keep all this kind of stuff going. But, I'm just trying to concentrate on me. It's a full-time job being me, and I enjoy being me, and I'm getting along. But, I'm just trying, when people either hear my name or they listen to this, I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm trying to keep it really straight, and I'm trying to keep all the clouds out of the way.
Marc, thank you for sharing you with us today and with the viewers, and I think people will be very appreciative, even if they are maybe a little surprised by what you have said. It's certainly not what they are reading in the public prints, but I would hope that people like Gary Gensler would pay some attention, and people like Elizabeth Warren, and we see where it goes from here.